Well, John Banghoff and I are up here in Penn State's Weather Center, and this guy here, let me tell you, is the king of outreach. This guy's really good, and we're here to, we've spotlighted Penn State's weather camp before, but we're here to actually spotlight another weather camp that was going on this summer associated with Discovery Space here in town in State College.
Absolutely. So a few weeks ago, Discovery Space, along with Shavers Creek and then myself, were able to put on a weather camp. It was actually called Future Forecaster. So it was about 10 middle schoolers who came to one of Discovery Space's many summer camps, and the topic of the week was weather. Everything from forecasting to observing the weather to looking at weather instruments, etc. We talked about sunshine, we talked about rainbows, we talked about hurricanes and tornadoes and more extreme weather, storm chasing, etc. It was a really, really great week for the kids to be able to learn all about meteorology.
You know, I was around the week that this was going on, and it looked like there was a ton of fun going on. It looks like they all had a lot of fun. What were some of the other things that you did throughout the week that allowed them to really interact with the weather and learn?
For sure. So Penn State and State College in particular has a lot of weather all around us. So we were able to take them up to the roof of Walker Building where the meteorology department is housed. Got to check out some of the instruments, an anemometer to measure wind speed, wind vane to measure wind direction. Look at some of the different opportunities here in the Weather Center and the bunch of TV screens and all the weather that we were able to interface with. Also got to show them the different aspects of meteorology, so private sector meteorology with AccuWeather. We got to go tour their facilities. We got to come to Weather World to understand broadcast meteorology and what it's like to get in front of a green screen and talk to people about the weather. And then finally, we got to go to the National Weather Service to look at more operational meteorology or forecasting to kind of understand what goes into making a forecast. We also spent some time doing some different weather experiments, being able to look at a tornado in a bottle, demonstrating pressure gradient forces and the idea of thunder and lightning. There was just a lot of really fun things we did. Also launched a weather balloon to be able to go up and collect some data up in the atmosphere, and then ended the week with a trip to Berkey Creamery, which no week at Penn State would be complete without that.
It's always about the ice cream. You know, I'm starting to realize now why so many of these kids said it was their favorite camp of the
Exactly,
whole summer.
we bribed them with ice cream.
Very nice. I understand there was also an outdoor component to this as well.
Absolutely. So the unique part about this particular camp was Discovery Space was in collaboration with Shavers Creek, which is an organization focused on environmental outreach. And so as a part of the week, where there were a couple people from Shavers Creek who helped us out with the camp, and they were able to teach the kids about how weather affects animals and plants. Also did some monarch tagging. So monarch butterflies, believe it or not, cannot migrate south until the temperature conditions are just right and the winds are just strong enough. So the kids got to interface with some of the outdoor stuff. It's a pretty neat experience.
That's really cool. It sounds like it was a fun-filled week to be had by all, and thanks so much for helping out with that.
Thank you so much. We had a wonderful week, really enjoyed the chance to be able to interact with the kiddos, and hope this is something that can continue for many years into the future.
All right, well, we hope you enjoyed our little spotlight of the Discovery Space Weather Camp, and we'll be back in a moment with more.